Fuck off. Oh, man. Oh. Well. I don't even know where to fucking start with this. So I recently did the 3D puzzle of the Titanic. That was fun and good. It was nice. It was 440 pieces. It basically took up the length of this table at the end of the day. It was a nice time. 6 hours, I think, it took me to put that shit together. After that, I went on a little sprawl around the net. What else there is in terms of 3D puzzles, but also especially what the same company did back in the day, or in general. Nowadays they're called Rabbit 3D. Back in the day they were selling their stuff under the series brand franchise name of Puzz 3D. Still Rabbit on here though. It's the same brand. This is a thing I stumbled on eBay by chance. Apparently back in the 90s there was this they produced this giant 3,141 piece puzzle of the New York skyline, I wanna say, but really it's just like New York City here, just straight up a part of the city. And somebody coincidentally sold it, a German seller around here sold it on eBay, and I figured, shit, it's an auction, let's put some money in, maybe I'm lucky and I'll get it. I doubt it because this shit goes for like 200 and upwards, 200 bucks and upwards on the American market. But I guess nobody in Europe or nobody in Germany cared, so I got the shit for real cheap. Granted, not the greatest condition. There's 2 pages in this manual. Thank fuck there's even a manual to begin with, but there's like 2 pages that were like cut out. This was not mentioned in the eBay listing, so I'm a bit pissed about that. But overall, I'll be able to figure it out regardless. That's not gonna be that big of a problem. It's just 2 pages that have that. And there's no original box, which, to be honest, I would have been surprised if that was still a thing. Instead, what the dude did, he scrounged up the pieces out of his dusty basement or whatever, threw them in a box, and that's how they reached me. This is what we're dealing with. 3,000 puzzle pieces of this thickness and size, taking up the entirety of this like giant moving box. This doesn't even come across on camera. This like in like in real life, this is much more impressive, I believe. But yeah, I spent hours. This package arrived me yesterday. I spent hours pulling apart the pieces that were still assembled from the previous owner. Because of course they didn't, when they put this together in the 90s or whatever, they didn't disassemble every wall and every building. They just put them in the box the way they had it, of course. So I spent like 90 minutes, an hour and a half last night pulling everything apart so I can truly, fairly, legitimately start this puzzle from zero. And today's the day that I'm gonna be starting this. Again, 440 pieces on the Titanic took me roughly 6 hours. This is 3,000 pieces, and there are, as you can see with the buildings here on this preview, many more different textures, many more different images to sort. The Titanic essentially was just 4 layers, 4 walls that you essentially put together with a bit of connecting pieces. This is essentially like I don't fucking know, 20 individual flat puzzles or something that are all scattered in my giant box. Of course, I guess the elephant in the room or whatever, this is a 90s puzzle. It still has the original Twin Towers, which is kind of cool. And it's also, I guess, the reason, obviously this has been discontinued for obvious reasons. This doesn't exist anymore off the shelf, which is also one of the reasons why listings on the American market go for upwards of $200. I have seen, again, which is why I got this for $12 plus shipping or something. Like I paid less than $20 for this entire thing, which is crazy. There's a chance, because it is 3,000 pieces loose in a box, that something might be missing. The seller was pretty open about saying they checked and couldn't find anything missing, but of course, because it's such a high number of pieces, you cannot make a 100% certain guarantee. So we will see about that. It's gonna be interesting. I don't think, considering how big this thing is, I don't think 1 or 2 pieces missing is gonna be much of a problem. And again, a lot of these pieces were already like still assembled from whenever the previous owner did this. But yeah, this is 90s New York. This has been produced and sold in 1997 according to the copyright on this manual. I was 4 years old when this was made. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's awesome to have this. This is 28 years old. This puzzle. It's wild. And yeah, I'm fucking terrified of starting this. Because I'm not even a big fan of the sorting phase in general puzzles. I don't think I've ever been. But having to figure out 3,000 individual pieces, all loosely scattered in the box, and sorting them is gonna be a nightmare. Especially since I don't really have a big table or like much room. This surface that I got here on the camera is the entirety of the room that I have to work with. And the final thing, I haven't even said that, the final thing is gonna cover up this table completely and even having some overhang. The entire thing is gonna be bigger than this table. The Twin Towers, since I've seen them, the individual sides assembled already in the box, the Twin Tower is as long as my fingertips to my elbow. So yeah, if I would lay out the Twin Tower, one of them, flat on this table, it would completely reach from bottom of the screen to the top of the screen. That's how high this is gonna be. And then of course you have this whole land section around it. It's gonna take up this entire table. It's gonna be a thing where I'm gonna be sitting here for months or whatever, putting this together. Then it's gonna take up half of my apartment for a week, and then I'm gonna throw it back in a box. But it's gonna be an interesting experience, to say the least. But yeah, before we're getting to the actual putting together, the fun part in my book, we are gonna have to sort the loose pieces at least somewhat. My battle plan is basically to first and foremost put the streets together, the whole like plate underneath the buildings. That seems like a very reasonable starting point. That's gonna be the first puzzle, the first layer that I wanna assemble. So I'm gonna, while I'm sorting these pieces, I'm gonna especially focus on finding all the ground pieces, all the streets and trees and cars, and I guess we gotta like seaport over here and whatever. It's my biggest focus while starting this, but of course there is this much to go through. I don't even know. In a regular puzzle, you like sort the shit and have it like around your table in different piles of similar looking pieces or whatever you will sort after. I wouldn't even, if I wanted to do that, if I wanted to spend 6 hours doing that, I wouldn't even have the space to lay out all those sorted pieces. It's gonna be rough. What I did do is because I think I'm gonna need something like this, and this is not even gonna. I built like a little like tray thing to put specific piles that I can like move out of the way and whatever. But realistically, I would need like 10 of these to really sort the pieces properly. I'm not even gonna like, and obviously they're not gonna even fit in here. And of course, if I'm gonna like start sorting by a specific like look, print, by the prints, by the textures, I'm not gonna be served with 9 pieces, with 9 sections. Realistically, every single building would be its own sorting pile if I would go that far. I guess for now, I'm just gonna focus on rough color matchups. So I'm gonna probably have a pile of red and brown. I'm gonna have a pile of blue and gray. I'm gonna have a pile of I don't know, bricks or glass windows, whatever the shit differentiates between. And of course a pile for all the ground pieces. But I'm not gonna be able to sort everything that's in the box here, because I won't be able to fill it in this tray, and I don't have much space to do more. I should have brought more buckets or something. I need literal buckets to sort these pieces, man. It's fucked up. Okay, I got some more boxes or whatever, and this thing, which is very dusty, so I'm gonna like roughly like clean it up. To be fair, some of the pieces in the box, some of the puzzle pieces themselves, are quite dusty because they were probably literally just lying around in some basement for decades. So I'm not gonna be worried about them being like pristine condition after use. They aren't already anyway. It's literally 28 years old. So I got this. I got my stinky little tray. I got some random fucking boxes from shit I bought recently that I'm gonna be using if I need to. You know, just options. Just options. But let's see how far we can get with this. I'm still not sure how hard, how I'm actually gonna sort these. How precise, like how I can't think of the right word, but like how, what's the word, man? How exact I wanna make these piles, you know what I mean? Because I will not, I don't think it's gonna be the best idea to truly 100% clear sort every piece that looks the exact same. I think I'm really just, for the sake of my time and sanity, I'm just gonna have to start sorting roughly and not look at them too closely. I think I'm just gonna start with like green and yellow stuff in this corner, although I don't want to immediately use the big boxes for that. I don't think that's gonna... And one of the big boxes is gonna be the actual ground pieces. That's gonna take up a lot of space. Now we're gonna have a lot of gray. We're also gonna have a lot of like specific patterns, I guess, which is maybe what I should be looking for. We got some like red and brown, so let's just start that over here. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. This just... I mean, it's greenish. This is yellowish. Red goes in the red and brown pile. There's a ground piece, so there's ground piece is gonna be... This is gonna be the priority box over here. Man, I don't even know how to sort half of these things, man. We got thin lines. I don't know if that's already like too specific. You want to put this into the green pile? It's kinda somewhat green. Dude, I'm gonna regret this, man. Also, I need more light. Light is gonna be fading quick anyway. I doubt that the pigeon cam is even gonna show anything at this point. It's already 7:30. So I should probably do one for straight up gray. Although I have a feeling that might be a lot of pieces. Grounds. Ah, there's a lot of ground pieces that I got in one swoop. Maybe because I didn't fully, you know, mix it up after disassembling everything. I gave it a bit of a bigger mix up now, so there's that. Oh, man. I'm walking with like a stupid little coffee table. It's really not the ideal way to do a giant ass puzzle. It's not the ideal way to do any puzzle, let alone a giant one. You know what I mean? You catch my drift? This is very dark. Okay, let's do a dark corner. This is gonna stay like a general gray corner. This is green and yellow over here still. Corner up, ground pieces. We do have this is pretty much this, isn't it? Yeah, the thin lines. I don't know why the thin lines are getting a special box, but there you go. Purple reflections on the glass. I'm gonna put that in its own pile for now. That might just become a weird color in general later on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually going through 3,000 pieces like that. This is gonna be fucking rough. I think this is a ground piece. But maybe there's gonna develop like a bigger limit in colors and textures than I think, and maybe it's gonna be not as bad as it initially seems. So it's gonna go there. Yeah, but surely I'm not gonna start assembling anything. I think there's a roof tile, so that should definitely get its own thing. So maybe I'll just... Ah, shit, dude. Already like giving up on some sorting ideas. Roof tile, purple, strange, whatever. Grounds. Also very strange. I don't even know how to categorize this. Bold decisions right there. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna I'm gonna stumble through this At an awkward pace. What the fuck am I looking at already here? I don't even know where to put this. I'm already struggling to decide where to put shit, but I guess maybe I should just let gut feeling take over for a while with that. Where the fuck is this? Should be there. Got a bluish tint. Maybe I should just put that to the purple. Nah, blue goes to gray. I think that makes more sense actually. Let's not overthink it. What did I put here? I don't even know what I'm doing. I already don't understand what I'm doing. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This goes here. You gotta do your nails while watching. Excellent. Seems bluish. Bluish. Wow, okay. And why does New York have so many different buildings though? And here I thought they were all just glass covered high rises. What a bummer. There's some shit in here that blurs together as well and should be more egregious. I don't even think I used that word correctly. I think there's gonna be a lot of overlap with these boxes because there's some fine transitions between like brown and green or whatever. Yellow, green, brown, whatever. Yeah, if I get the ground, the streets done, I'm already like gonna be so happy. But even that, it's gonna be like far in the future. Very far. Oops, in the future. Not sure yet what I'm gonna do with these bigger tiles. The fuck? Nope. Over there. Motherfucker. Oops. There's a lot of shades between like gray and yellow that could go in either box, so yeah, already flawed, but like that was to be expected. At least the ground pieces, which again is to me the most reasonable place to start, is like very easily recognizable, very easy to sort out, to put away. Yeah, it's a piece of the Twin Tower. I recognized that immediately. One of the Twin Towers. Fuck. What the fuck, man? There's barely anything to see on there. Jesus. Some of these prints, I cannot even like say, well, like what the fuck, like they're very different from each other in a way that I can't even imagine them like standing next to each other. I think sorting alone is gonna take multiple days, to be honest, multiple evenings, and then maybe I'll start assembling something on the weekends, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna get over eager and start trying to assemble something already at the end of this day. I mean, I got a bunch of like road pieces here already. Chances are there's something that connects, right? Is this right? No. I mean, again, I was saying I was gonna put like yellow and greenish stuff in here, but there's a lot of gray shades that are still like fitting. Very difficult. What are birds doing? I'm honestly not sure. Like pigeons, we had a lot of pigeon activity today. Bright Eyes was here. Bright Eyes had a big meal. We were able to catch footage of Bright Eyes' blank asshole. He flashed his cloaca right in front of the camera, so that was cool. The crows, I'm really not sure. I barely see the crows at the nest. Sometimes they show up and sit in it, but they are not in there that much anymore. Which is making me believe that, because I think it was yesterday or the day before, we had a big brutal crow on crow fight at the nest. And I actually believe that the crow pair building the nest was spooked away by another crow pair. So while I still see them at the nest, sometimes I kinda doubt that they are actually still active. I have a feeling they are abandoning it now, or have already abandoned it. It's rough turf out here, man. These tree lines are rough turf. I don't know why the birds are fighting so hard over them. But yeah, I think today I've watched them while I was working from home, and I think today I only saw the crows twice at the nest the entire day. So yeah, I was open for murky divers, sorting and noise. Well, I have to do this at some point, and I wanna get to the interesting parts afterwards. So I'm gonna have to do this at some point anyway. So. It's not a choice. It's a duty. Okay. Some wild shit going on these tiles. These pieces. Yeah, we actually have some green on that one road. Probably roof. Purple. That shit. Road. Gray. Very dark. Very dark. Oh my god, I keep grabbing new pieces from this giant box and thinking, Jesus fucking Christ, how are there so many pieces? I'm surprised I haven't used all 9 boxes here yet. But that's also making me think that I might have, maybe I should have been more, you know, exact with how I sort these. But then again, even sorting them roughly now, it still will make it easier in the future if I want to sort them more thoroughly. I don't really have to fuss about the final sorting method right now. This is just the first filter, so to say. So I shouldn't overthink it. Actually. I wish these buildings had more precise, unique colors. I've been meaning to see if the B-movie flower shop address is in this part of New York. I forgot to check that, but it might. Which would be a nice little bonus. A berry indeed. I'm assuming that's roof? I have no idea. Oh boy. Road, thank God. I was happy for a piece of road. Wild. Lots of purple tones. I wonder how many times this puzzle was assembled in the past. Probably not a lot. Maybe just once after it was purchased in the 90s, and then never again. You go for patterns instead of colors. The thing is, this has like 20 different buildings with different patterns. If I'm gonna be that precise now, I'm not gonna be done ever. Also, I don't think I would have enough space to do that many piles. So for now, I'm just thinking rough sort, and then when I actually start putting the buildings together, I know where to look to find similar looking pieces, and then I can still pull out the actual distinct patterns. But again, main focus for now is anyway the streets, the ground level, the actual flat surface, which is gonna be a huge puzzle in itself. That thing is gonna take up more than this table. So, but it's the basis of this whole thing. I actually don't think the buildings are gonna be much of a problem. Once the ground is laid down, you know what I mean? Because each individual building is pretty distinct, I don't think that's gonna be too tough to see. So, I mean, each building is like one small puzzle, but the real big one is the ground floor. That's why I think once that's out of the way, that's like gonna be the toughest bit of it all. And then the individual buildings are just gonna be individual baby steps towards the goal. I think that's roof. What the fuck? Yeah, there's too many individual patterns to even put them all in piles. Unless I would have a way bigger tape. I thought this was a car park, but it's definitely windows. My fucking god. It's rough out here in New York. If I have this done, I might never wanna do another puzzle again. Who knows? That's an if, though. Legit an if I get this done, not a when I get this done. Distinct difference there. Good day, Jan. Good day to the puzzling hour. Or rather the sorting hours. Because we're neither puzzling, nor is it just gonna be 1 hour, I don't think. Gonna be infected with the puzzle bug. I'm sure there's vaccines against that, so that's fine. Or the German election game. But what's the game called? Because I was looking at one earlier, a couple days ago as well. I wonder if it's the same one. Yeah, Vox Populi. Yeah. I was actually looking at that like earlier this week. That one looks pretty neat. I want to get that as well. The puzzle bug will get me. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't mind bugs, you know that. So that's fine. I still wanna do. If I hadn't gotten this one by chance through that eBay auction, I would have gotten. There's a cool one of a mosque, the blue mosque, a 3D puzzle of the blue mosque, which looks really dope. That one I wanna get someday. But since I got this now, I'm gonna leave that for later. I felt a bit like playing it. Felt a bit like playing it once. Means having seen it all. Oh, Yeah, I could see that. But I think it's only like, it's below $10, isn't it? So I guess that's fine. I think that's a groove. Yeah, $7.99. I think that's fine for a single, or like a short experience. Oh, that's red. That's proper red, my gosh. It's kinda greenish, sure. Actually fits there. It doesn't though. I really think this pile is gonna eventually move over to a bigger spot. I don't think that's gonna be enough there. That's purple. Is that ground floor or is that rooftops? I don't even know. I think that's rooftops. But I have to be aware of that shit. Might be rooftop pieces that are actually street pieces and vice versa. Like the idea, but at the end of the day, it's just picking party personnel for a particular state or demographic group to garner as many votes as possible and occasionally taking part in a TV debate, which is a simple card game. And I do like card games. Yeah, I'm sure it's just gonna be a neat little thing for one evening or whatever, and then that's gonna be it. But you know, I'll take it. $8 isn't much. I'm probably gonna wait for a sale anyway. And if what they got is like decent, I'm fine with that. Where the fuck do I put this shit? Oh my god. Get a little paper rooftop. Just neat. We got a bunch of these things. I have a feeling if anything is missing, it's probably gonna be these things. Who knows? Rooftop. Brown. Different shades of brown. That as well. Dark piece. It's greenish, I would say. Ah. Yeah, some bits that are still assembled. I mean, that's the thing. I really tried my best picking them all out, but it's such a big box. It's like hard to find them all. Where the fuck do I put this? I think that's... Again, this could be roof or ground floor. There's no way in telling. Zero way in telling. I have no idea. I'm gonna say roof. Might be wrong. The parody politician names also kind of so-so. A few are quite funny, but most of them are almost random letter substitutions. I see. What the fuck? This doesn't fit anything. I might have to move the brown and red tiles to a bigger one as well. A bigger box. Oops. Wait. I mean, this it's a shade that could go in either of these. Rough, man, rough. That's a rough. Okay, there's a bit of roof there. But I think there's so much else. I don't think this is just actual roof. I think this is part of the ground floor stuff. The ground level. Cannot imagine this actually being on top of a building. Because there's so much of a gap between shapes. I don't know. Let's put it there for now. Same here. Can't imagine that being part of an actual roof on top of a building. But it's also not a distinct, like, floor. I don't know. It's gonna show itself eventually. It's gonna show its purpose eventually. At least you made the Bavarians not mainly murder Sudolf. Excellent, dude. What the fuck is that? How do I even classify this? Guess that goes into the special folder. Box for special cases. The freaks. Yeah, it's like, again, looks like roofs, but it also looks like green grass or whatever next to the roofs. So is this, what is this? I have no idea, man. I'm really uncertain about some of these roof pieces, I guess. Jesus Christ. Fuck. I really don't know where I'm going with this, jeez. All I'm clinging to is the ground pieces. Oh no. I had some of these before, didn't I? Like, they're so bright, almost white. I should have maybe put them in their own thing. But I don't know, these are also very bright. What am I talking about? I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm talking about at all. As usual. Again, I shouldn't overthink this face. Excuse me. That's the construction works sounds. I think what will happen is, again, I'll do the ground floor first, then I'm probably gonna walk on the brown ones first, because they seem the most distinct. Probably followed by these green and yellow ones. And then the rest, which is a lot of like grays and darkness. I guess there's a lot of purple in here, which is also gonna be fairly few buildings. But after all those like more distinct ones are done, I'm probably gonna end up taking what's left. All the stuff in like the gray and darker black area. And sort them, put them through a second filter. Sort them even more thoroughly. I think that's got like roughly what's gonna happen in the end. Oh, how I love to see the streets. So clearly defined as one category. These pieces do smell like 2 decades of a basement though. You really smell the history in these pieces. With history I of course mean dusting up in some basement. I really genuinely doubt this was put together more than once. And I also genuinely doubt it was put together like after the 90s. So there's a very high chance that these pieces have not been used genuinely in over 2 decades. Which is kind of a wild thought. Which also means the pieces that I disassembled were probably put together by somebody over 2 decades ago. It's just kind of a interesting thought. IMHO. These red and brown pieces are getting mighty high here. Oh god, where do I put this shit? I guess that's why the gray and the dark piles just gonna be the roughest ones in the end that are gonna stay for the end. For the final section. There is no visible progress in the big box at all yet. And apparently I've already been on an hour, and this is all I have to show. Fuck off, Jesus Christ, 3,000 fucking pieces, man. Sure, Rome wasn't built in a day, but New York also hadn't have to be built in more than one. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know where I'm going with that. Rooftop or ground floor? Who the fuck knows? I'll say rooftop. That was ground floor, that's fine. Rooftop. At least I know where to look if I'm missing some ground floor pieces. It's really like all that matters. What got me into 3D puzzles? I think mainly because 2D puzzles I can do on my PC. I've used to have a program on my PC where I could just feed it any picture and it produces a 2D jigsaw puzzle. I don't need to buy them physically and take up space. I can do them on my screen. A 3D puzzle is more of a reason to do it physically, in my opinion. There's a worth in getting one of those. And I remember doing one of these as a kid, of I think the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which was like tiny in comparison to this. I remember that being pretty cool, and then I just googled it to see what else there is. And now look where I am. Making my own, creating my own misery. Pisa Simpson, yeah. Exactly. Virtual puzzles, yeah, I don't know, I don't get the point of a flat puzzle if I can't do it just on my screen as well without taking up the space. That must be rooftop, that's a very strange one. Oops. I think I'm gonna have to move something to a bigger box soon. Oh, July 1st, gonna see a therapist? Heck yeah. It's gonna be the first time, right? Or did I forget about something? But yeah, we love to hear it. We love to hear a therapy date. No, not the first time. The fourth with this specific person, the specific therapist. I mean, a therapist date is always a good thing. For therapist on your search for one. There we go. That's what it was. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I hope this one works out better then. I hope it's gonna be a good appointment. July 1st though, that's still a while back, man. Goddamn. Let's see, Daisy. That shouldn't be there. I realized while researching this puzzle recently, they have made an updated version with the new One World Trade Center building. So you can still do the New York skyline in this amount of pieces with the up-to-date building. But who wants to do that? But my point is, I did notice that you can actually buy that thing in separate pieces. So you got a couple buildings here that you can buy, a couple buildings here that you can buy separately, a couple buildings here you can buy, and then when you got them all, you can put them together. So I wonder if this was originally done with this one as well. I haven't seen individual boxes though for what's in this thing, but it makes sense to break this giant thing up into separate little piles, because having literally all 3,000 pieces in one thing like I do is fucking insane. I also wonder if when this was sold, maybe different areas of the cityscape were in like pre-packaged bags or something, so you didn't have everything mixed together from the beginning. Like some of the bigger puzzles do. I've seen that. Of the bigger flat puzzles. Yeah, these are spilling over. I need to move something here. This is not working. This is not working anymore. And I still got plenty more to get in here. Okay. Let me think what I should move. I'm gonna put the like bland gray pieces, which makes sense that it's gonna be one of the bigger piles. I'm gonna put those in here. It's gonna be one of the roughest piles in the end, for sure. I think I'm gonna put the red and brown stuff in its own bigger box as well. That seems to be piling up recently. I think that's all. We have some spill over here. Hey, this one should go. That's fine, whatever. Oh, fuck. Way too many pieces, man. Who made all of these? The most unsatisfactory men are those who pride themselves on their virility. and regard sex as if it were some form of athletics at which you win cups. Marilyn Monroe's autobiography. I have a feeling that one's gonna be very depressing. I have a feeling that's gonna be like her whole life was basically catering to the male gaze in some way or another. I think while she is like a symbol for like glamour and success, I think her real life story is gonna be miserable. I have to rethink my stuff here now. Now that I moved stuff. What the fuck? It's a mighty shade of green right there. She wrote a lot about how she disliked sex, yeah. Yeah, and that's what I mean. I don't think like her whole like career popularity and success basically is being boiled down to being a symbol, a sex symbol for the male gaze. While I'm pretty sure she did not enjoy that. But that's her legacy still. That's what I mean. Like, it's her legacy, but I highly doubt that's something that she enjoyed. There was an article about her suspecting she was asexual, which sparked my interest. Yeah, that's okay. That's cool. Yeah. It makes total sense to me. There's also a documentary on Arte, which opens with the infamous vent shot and how she... Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's surprising. Didn't mean to put that in there, I don't think. What the hell? No, I did. I'm getting confused where I put these... Where I moved these categories. Fucking hell. I think there's... Yeah, this... Oh my god. I'm putting shit in the wrong piles now. God damn it. Fuck. Okay. So where the fuck... Okay. She seems to have been a very sympathetic person. Yeah, I bet she has more, you know, I bet there's more to her personality and intellect than people think. That general people think. Go get that food, friendo. I don't know, where did I put that? Wait, that's totally correct. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be anywhere close to sorting at the end of today. I don't think I'm gonna do much more than 30 minutes max today. So definitely not even attempting to assemble something. But hey, progress is progress, even if it's small steps. What the fuck? I just got a notification sound on my PC that I've never heard before. What? That was scary as fuck. And there we go with the cheap viewers, man. Let's fucking go. You know who's the cheapest viewer? The friends we make along the way. So how about that, stinky bot? How about that? I showed them. They will never dare to harass somebody in this town. Yeah. It's just how I roll. Off the cuff and straight from the heart. I keep thinking how much of this puzzle thing I actually want to stream. God, I'm good, thank you. Because the Titanic made sense. It was a 2-session thing. Might as well put that on camera or whatever while rambling about nothing with strangers on the internet. With this ginormous thing, I will probably just want to do some work on this while listening to a podcast in quiet. So, very, very unlikely that I'm not actually gonna stream every single step from this adventure. I do wonder if there's something I could be listening to while doing this that wouldn't majorly bother copyright or Twitch terms of service. I'm the podcast now. Shit. I'm already on 2 podcasts. Co-host of 2 podcasts. I don't need a third one under my belt. I could listen to my own podcasts. Nobody's gonna complain there. could listen to fan audiobooks of Franz Kafka texts, maybe on the stream. That might be just weird enough to not alarm any copyright bells. I could put like a text-to-speech program that reads B-movie fan fiction or whatever. Surely that's not gonna rot my brain over hours and hours of puzzling. What the fuck? What even is the... Is this vertical or horizontal? What? I have no idea. What? Well, there is some dust on this, which is making me believe that this might have been flat on the ground. I can't... But it's like a glass wall. But there's like ground pieces besides it? So it might just be a roof over like a walkway? I don't know. I'm gonna put this in the ground floor street pile for now. It's gonna show itself eventually. It'll show its purpose eventually. I think I'm gonna have to put these in a bigger thing as well, the dark ones, with lots of black. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put the ground floor pieces in the external container. The special container for the special pieces, if you know what I mean. I don't think that's a very secretive statement. It was pretty clear what I was saying. But you know. Motherfucker. Here we go. And then the dark black pieces are gonna go into this bigger pile. The good thing is about these 3D puzzles, and that's one of the things why I really like them, since they are just these thick ass foam things, you do not have to worry about bending anything or whatever. They are so durable. It's awesome. You can just grab them like a monkey Neanderthal and don't care about anything. It's dope. It's fucking awesome. Also, they hold really well together, which is nice. Some of the like flat jigsaw puzzles just fall apart with every movement. But these motherfuckers, they stay together. Dog. Okay, so priority pieces for the ground floor over here in the green box. And now we got brown and red, gray, black, dark. again, these two boxes, gray and dark black or whatever, is gonna be easily like the roughest boxes that are gonna need a second filter later on. But I'm gonna be focusing on these when most of the other things which are more distinct have already like been put into place. I just puzzled wrong. No, some puzzles are just produced badly. They're like I've seen reviews. I've read articles. It's not. Also depends on what they're made of and everything. Not every puzzle is of the same quality. I produce badly. Well, I can't argue with that. That's facts. What do you know? I also fall apart really easily, so that checks out. So I know what I'm talking about. That just proves my point further. Nobody sorted my pieces. Where the fuck do I put this shit? Man, the green and yellow pile really, like, got less distinct over time. That's very distinct green for once. Nice. There's some purple in that one. That's a tree. Purple. Very blue, very dark. I guess I'll put that in here as well. Got some brown, so I'll put it in the brown pile. Also put brown. Okay, like. There's not really a. Yeah, the light sucks in this fucking place. For this purpose, the light fucking sucks in here. Very stinky, very shitty, very poopy, very cucky. Headlamp. I think it's more the I have a lamp right here, but it's like it's gonna be too harsh between shadow and light. It's just gonna look bad either way. But I mean I've said 20 minutes ago I was only gonna do half hour more, so I'm gonna be done for today very soon anyway. I think I'm gonna finish what I got on the table right now, and then I get one more portion of stuff, and that's gonna be it for today. Okay, I do need this fucking light though. With some of these muddy ass colors, I do need this fucking light. I have no idea how to categorize this shit. Where's this here? Spillungsstær. That's dark. That's street. You're nearly done with your nails. Well, I guess that's good timing. Wow. Okay, that's some antenna. Oof. What also fucks me up about the roof pieces, you know, all the roofs are just gonna be like 2x2 or like 3x3 at max. So all the shit that goes in here is gonna be essentially part of like 25 different puzzles. That might be really annoying to discern. But at least those pieces are like easily identifiable as roof pieces for the most part, so that's a big plus in the Mad Jerkhole book of puzzle review. Gray. Brown. Gray. Black. It seems like, yeah, that's kind of green. It could be grass from Central Park, or just some roof shit. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? That's a street. That's a roof. That's a wall. We tried out magnetic nail polish. We gotta experiment a bit more. I think I've heard of that shit. Isn't that the stuff with the glitter effect or whatever? But like, what do you do with the magnet? Is it just to... Well, that sucks. Is it just to put a pattern into the glitter while you're applying it? Surely afterwards it's not gonna have an effect once it dried. I'm gonna change the battery here. Color is blueberry gloss. And here I thought you hate blueberries. Liar. That moody lighting be hitting at the end of a puzzling day. The glitter shimmer gets aligned. You can do a lot with it. Well, I know one nail. What is it called? Nail. I know one nail polish the ICP is never gonna use then. The fuck are glass nails, as in to like acrylic nails? Or what are we talking here? gonna put the last bundle of pieces to sort on the table, and then once they are gone, it's over. That's gonna be it. The effect glass. What the? I can't even imagine what that might be. Glass nails are just incredible shiny nails. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Well, you know me. I'm more of a matte kind of guy. For example, they can be made to look like glass shards. Okay. I don't think that's right over there. The blue and purple over here is piling up unexpectedly. So I guess this should be there. I think there's gonna be a lot of like really, really light yellows in this, in the gray pile, that eventually gonna connect to something in here, but again, that's a later phase. You got mud top coats, so yeah, I mean, sure, would be the first time I wear nail polish. I think I still have nail polish around here myself, to be honest. Oh no, that's not. Where am I? I mean, whatever. It's fine. That's some purple. That's some brownish. That's some brownish. That's some yellow. That's trees. That's two pieces of somewhat brownish. Dark. Light gray. Street, we love to see that. Shit. Light gray, dark, brown. Dark. I don't fucking know. That could go into the yellow green pile, but also could go in the brown pile. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Woof. Brown. Brown. We love to see it. Dark. Brown. So what do you, if you do shiny glass nails and then put a matte top coat on that shit? No, that would be an innovative, never before done experiment. Oh, but really should put that here. Oh, there's some brown in there. I guess it would look horrible and be way too thick. Fair enough. We love shiny glittery polish with matte finish. Got some controversial opinions over here. Like frosted glass. Oh yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense. Oh my god, what is this? It's pretty purple to me. Oh. Roof. Last couple pieces. And then we can all go to bed knowing that we've done a good day of hard work. And we cannot wait for another soul-crushing day of work tomorrow. It's some boats in the water. That's some fucking green, man. Goddamn. Street building. Purple. Gray. What a surprise. Some darker gray. Yeah, I guess that's it for today. Now, this is the progress so far. That's what we still have to do. Well, what I still have to do. It's just never ending. Never ending, dude. Never ending. It's so many yet. I couldn't even say that it got any less. Like, it doesn't seem like there's anything missing yet. Holy fuckaroni. I could probably try to put something... Dude, the street part alone is gonna take so long to put together, even when I have all pieces aside and sorted. This is gonna be such a big, flat puzzle in itself. God damn. I think that's a roof. Why is that in there? Well... I was thinking about that too, listening to an audio play, yeah. I couldn't stream that though. I was kinda trying to think of something I could listen to while still being online, without like breaking copyright or TOS shit too much. I mean, I don't care about it a lot, but doesn't have to be that that like in their face. I did this to myself, that's true. It's very true. Somebody needs to fix this country. Somebody needs to repair the US, man. We're never gonna get out of this if we don't. I'm gonna fix this country. Yeah, how is that going? Have you finished the Bible yet? Haven't you started this 2 years ago, huh? Gotta get on that, man. Gotta get on that. Just wait until you get to the exciting adventures of Jesus and his buddies. You haven't even gotten there. I could do it by muting my desktop audio. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that as well. But I feel like if I don't at least play some music or whatever, this stream might be too silent. I'm not sure yet how I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I was thinking of just listening to something to myself while I do this without it being part of the stream or something. It's a bring your own music stream, yeah, I guess that could be done as well. Wasn't Bibble the blue guy from Barbie Mariposa? I don't even know what you're saying there. You're still working on them stinky nails, dog? Gosh darn. Gotta get that done. I'm ready for bed over here. I say that, I'm still gonna probably watch 2 hours of dumb nonsense on YouTube or something. everybody. Conveniently, the song titled Sleep is playing down there. So that's fitting. You're done with your nails. There we freaking go. Bibble is from Barbie Fairytopia. I'm glad we see. Okay, Lala is done with the nails. We figured out what the Bibble is in the Barbie universe, and I'm done with my sorting for today. This is the perfect clean cut for today. I've watched some Barbie as a kid as well. Some of it is not. I still have a soft spot for the Barbie Swan Lake movie. Or no, not the Swan Lake movie. The Barbie Nutcracker movie. That one is kind of nostalgic. Anyway, Philomena Kang says Bibble. Yeah, I could. That doesn't surprise me. There you go. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you have a nice rest of your evening. I'm gonna fuck off for today. Yeah. Gonna dream of sorting puzzles probably. Goodbye.